again for another art lesson with me, Miss Robertson. Today we're learning to use and recognise perspective in art. Perspective is your point of view. See how in these paintings the buildings appear to get smaller as they get further away. And in Van Gogh's painting of his bedroom, you can also see how the furniture within the room gets smaller towards what we call the vanishing point. This is Ken Small. He came to painting very late in his life. I was really inspired for this lesson by a clip that I saw on the BBC website. I'm going to leave a link to that below. In the interview, Ken Small said, "I've never had an art lesson, but I've painted this." On a visit to Bowes Museum, I saw the painting Venice by painter Canaletto. And it fascinated me. I was itching to do a big canvas at the time. And I thought, I'm going to have a go at one of these. Because there's some parts that I don't like. Look at all these archways here and how at the end they concertina together. That's not natural. The perspective is all wrong in my view. And he has a point. It seems to really rapidly get smaller and it doesn't quite sit well. Here's how that looks in Ken's painting. Now, starting from the very beginning, I thought we could practice on some cubes. I quite like doing this sometimes, and it looks very futuristic. Out some squares. 4 squares, essential that all sides are the same size. Goes without saying, really. And from each corner, I'm adding a line to my vanishing point. Now the vanishing point is really low in this drawing, and I've done that on purpose. With perspective, we're also going to tie in a bit of shading. If my sun is in the top right hand corner, have a think about where the light will hit first. I'm using 3 different shades, a light pencil shade, a medium and a dark shadow. I'm using my ruler here to colour against, and I can clean up with my rubber as I go. I found it easiest to start with the shadow, the darkest colour, but it's up to you. So as this side is the opposite from where the sun is coming, this is going to be the darkest area. The middle side is going to be the squares facing us because some light will bounce around and reflect. And the sides on the right there, nearest the sun from our perspective, I think the top would be even lighter, however we can't see it. The ones to the right will have the lightest pencil shade, and that's going to be the trickiest to do. See how this appears much more 3D? It's a clever technique, and it's the basics of everything that we do in art. Light and shadow and perspective. This time, I'm going to do them coming a different way. I'm going to do a variety of small, medium and large boxes. This time, I'm going to be adding colour. Now, I'm using paint, however you could use colour and pencils. But the important thing is here that I'm using one colour in 3 different shades. I can do that by adding white paint. You, however, if you perhaps have a blue or a red coloured pencil, you can lean harder and colour more softly to get the different shades, just like we did with the pencil at the beginning. It may look like I'm going over the ones that are already existing, but I'm floating my pencil over the areas that already have drawing. I've stopped my pencil as soon as I reach something else. It's important to start with the squares that are closest to your vanishing point because those won't have anything going over in front of them. If my sun is in the top left-hand corner, the darkest side that we can see is going to be the right-hand side, the opposite, it's where the shadow is going to be. So that gets my darkest shade. The next lighter one is going to go on the front squares nearest us, and the lightest still is going to go on the top. Now this technique we can also use in our bubble writing. So I'm just quickly writing out Miss R on a new page in my mini sketchbook. It needs to be nice and big for this to be easy. My vanishing point's up here, and I'm going along the top edge first. At every corner, I'm drawing a line to my vanishing point. Got a bit carried away there. Come on, Miss Robertson, let's just do the top. So I'm not worried about the bottom of my letters just yet. I'll get them on the way back. So every corner, every edge where it might disappear over, and instantly my letters start to look very 3D. Now we can leave it like this, or we can give them a thickness. Now the shape at the back needs to be the same shape as the letter at the front. We can rub out the rest, and we have chunky 3D bubble writing. So give the cubes a try. You can do it with pencil, you can do it with paint, you can do some bubble writing in the same effect. I can't wait to see what you create, and remember to upload to the online passion.